Welcome to the English Maturity with JB podcast. Think about this. Denis Diderot, the Enlightenment philosopher and co founder of the first encyclopedia, once wrote a famous essay about a dressing gown that completely upended his life, and not for the better. Today, we're exploring the Diderot Effect, how one small, innocent purchase can trigger a spiral that transforms your identity and empties your wallet. So let's dive in.
That's such a fascinating starting point. A dressing gown of all things leading to a philosophical crisis? It's almost funny, but also so relatable. Let's break this down for everyone listening. What exactly is the Diderot effect?
Right, so the Diderot effect is named after Denis Diderot, an 18th century French philosopher. He wrote an essay titled Regrets on Parting with My Old Dressing Gown, in which he describes how receiving a luxurious new robe made all his other belongings feel inadequate. This led him to replace his old, simple possessions with newer, fancier ones to match the robe's elegance. It's essentially a chain reaction of consumption. One purchase leads to another, and so on.
And it's not just about the physical act of buying things, is it? It's about how those purchases affect your sense of self and your identity. Diderot even said he became a slave to his new robe, which is such a powerful way to describe it.
Exactly. He wrote that he was the master of his old robe. It fit his life, his personality, and his values. But the new robe, it demanded a whole new lifestyle to match its elegance. It's like his possessions started dictating who he was rather than the other way around.
That's such a striking idea. And honestly, it's something I think we've all experienced in some way. For example, I remember when I bought a new sofa. It was beautiful, but then I realized my old rug didn't match, so I bought a new rug. And then the coffee table looked out of place, so I replaced that too. Before I knew it, I'd practically redecorated the entire living room.
Oh, I can definitely relate to that. For me, it was my kitchen. I got this fancy new blender, and suddenly my old toaster and kettle looked outdated. So, of course, I upgraded those too. It's like the blender set off a chain reaction, and before I knew it, I had a whole new kitchen setup.
That's the Diderot effect in action. And it's not just about aesthetics, is it? Sometimes it's about functionality or even social expectations. Like, if you buy a new suit for a job interview, you might feel like you need new shoes and a new briefcase to complete the look.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is how this ties back to identity. Each new purchase isn't just about the item itself, it's about the story we're telling ourselves. I'm the kind of person who has a sleek, modern living room. Or, I'm the kind of person who's prepared for any culinary challenge.
That's such a good point. And it's not just personal, is it? This happens on a societal level too. Think about how advertising and social media fuel the Diderot effect. They're constantly showing us what we should have, making us feel like our current possessions or even our current selves aren't good enough.
Oh, absolutely. Social media is a huge driver of this. You see someone post a picture of their new car or their beautifully decorated home, and suddenly you're questioning your own choices. It's like a never ending cycle of comparison.
It's such a slippery slope. But here's a question for you. Is the Diderot effect always a bad thing? I mean, isn't it okay to want nice things and to improve your surroundings?
That's a great question. I don't think it's inherently bad. It's natural to want to upgrade or to treat yourself. The problem is when it becomes compulsive, or when it leads to financial stress, or a loss of identity. It's all about balance and being mindful of why you're buying something.
Exactly. And that brings us to some practical tips for avoiding the Diderot effect. One of my favorites is the one in, one out rule. If you buy something new, you have to get rid of something old. It keeps the clutter in check and makes you think twice about your purchases.
That's a great tip. Another one is to set a waiting period before making a purchase. If you see something you want, wait 24 hours or even a week and see if you still feel the same way. Often the initial excitement fades and you realize you don't actually need it.
I like that. And how about this? Focus on experiences rather than possessions. Instead of buying a new gadget, spend that money on a concert or a weekend getaway. Experiences create memories, not clutter.
So true. And one last tip, practice gratitude for what you already have. Sometimes just taking a moment to appreciate your current possessions can curb the urge to buy more.
Those are great tips, and I think they really tie back to the core of Diderot's essay. It's not just about possessions, it's about being intentional and staying true to yourself.
Well said. So, as we wrap up, let's leave our listeners with this thought. The Diderot effect isn't just about what you buy, it's about who you are and who you want to be. So, the next time you're tempted to make a purchase, ask yourself, is this item serving me or am I serving it?
That's such a powerful way to frame it. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to having you join us again next time.